What's going on, everybody? Dogg, Anti-Imperial, the Chill here. One name, three personalities. Dogg, Anti-Imperial, the Chill. So sometimes it's the small things, right? It's the little things that count. Um, didn't have anybody reach out to me. This was just something that was on my mind. So I was just chilling just now, and somebody ran through my mind who I haven't thought about in a little while. But I thought this would be something that might, kind of like shine a light on, sometimes it's the small things you have to look at and appreciate. And so there was this female, this woman that I was talking to for a while. This was a while ago. And her name was, I used to call her JP, right? That was my homegirl. But she was cool. I used to call her JP. JPZ. I used to call her JP. Her first name was, I'm not gonna say her name, but all right, I'll give you this. Her first name was Julia or Julia, right? Her last name started with a P. I'm not gonna give you her last name. So I used to call her JP because her first name was Julia, and and so that was the J, and then her last name started with a P. And I kind of want to tell you like where she was from, and this she wasn't from the U.S. She was from like another country overseas. I kind of want to say it, but I'll be giving too much away. You never know who might know her. But JP was so. Let me tell you something. There's certain individuals that do things that stick with you because you've never had them done before, and it was and you've never had them done again. So she did things that have stuck with me because I had never had a female do those things before, and I haven't had a female do those things since. And so, and this wasn't like sex or anything like that. Um, but it was like the small things, and you could tell that she was such like a good person because these things, they weren't forced, and she did them right away, and they were natural. And so I remember I met her on like a Saturday. I met her on a Saturday. I was at this event. I was at an event. I met her on a Saturday, and what's so strange is that when I met her, I was almost in the process of calling somebody else to come to the event because I was like, oh, the event's going good. I was like, but I'm kind of chilling. I said, man, maybe I should call this other girl to come over here to this event. And something was like, and the girl I was gonna call was really cool. She's somebody that I knew. She was really cool. And something was like, yeah, she would love to be. She would love this event. She would love to be here. But something was like, don't call just yet. Something in my mind was like, just wait a second. Oh, don't call just yet. And then out of nowhere, this girl walks in. This woman, she's pretty sophisticated. She's a big time real estate investor. Um, you know, she's cool. And we just started, she stood right next to me. We just started talking like we had known each other for 20 years. I had just met her and we started talking about all type of stuff like we had known each other for 20 years. You know what I'm saying? And so that was JP. So that was on a Saturday. Sunday, we ended up going to lunch that Sunday, the very next day. And then I think it was like that Thursday that I invited her to an event I was having or something like that. And or I invited her to come with me to or meet me at an event I was attending, I believe. It was a dinner event I was attending. What was interesting about that was this. When we went to the event, when we were going to, because it was like a buffet type of thing, that it was good food or whatever, but it was like you had to get up and like you could get up and get your own food type of thing, you know what I mean? And so it was food stations around and stuff like that. And so but it was high class. It was like it was people in suits and things like that. Different stations you can go get food. So we got up to go get food, and I'll never forget this. So she was like in front of me, and when she was in front of me, she purposely went like, and she was looking through the plates, and I was like, what is she doing? And she kind of like cut in front of the other women and other people that were in front of us in a way, a little bit. Like everybody was kind of like talking while we were walking up to the thing, you know what I mean? So she didn't have to like cut in front like in a mean way, but she kind of like, finagled herself toward the front. And she came back and she handed me a plate so that I could get the food. And she was kind of like, she handed me the plate because she had went before people and kind of had like sifted through like a couple of plates to find the cleanest one for me. And she was like, sometimes at these events, not all the plates are the cleanest when you do like buffets and stuff like that. I was like, did she just like go before me so she could look through the plates and find me the cleanest one? I'd never had another female even think about something like that. You know what I mean? And then while we're eating, and she did this not only at this event, but when we went out to eat at like other dinners and stuff like that, she always did this type of stuff. While we were eating, like I would be drinking water or whatever I'm drinking, and every time, like for example, like they bring like the thing of water, right? The big bottle of water, right? To the table and leave it there. And so, all right, so let's say you want water, okay, at a restaurant. The waiter comes, or waitress, she comes, or he comes, the waiter. They pour the glass of water from a big, big bottle, right? You want bottled water. They pour the glass of water from the big bottle into both of your cups, or not cups, but glasses. These are like at fancy restaurants. They pour the glass of water into both of your glasses, right? Then they take the big water bottle and they usually just set it on the table so that when they come back through, the waiter or waitress, when they come back through, if they see your water, if they see your water's empty or going down, then the waiter or waitress will come back around to your table and pour you some more water for you. You know what I mean? They didn't even have to do that. Every time my water would get low, and she didn't even make a big deal out of it. It was just natural, smooth to her. Every time my water would get low, we'd be just talking in conversation. She wouldn't even break the conversation. She'd reach out. She'd still be talking to me like normal, like natural. And JP would reach out and fill my water glass up without even thinking about it. Like whatever I needed, like anything, like if we were somewhere and I was drinking, you guys know I've never tasted alcohol. You guys know I've never drunk alcohol in my life, not one drop, not one sip, nothing. So, when I go places, right, when I eat expensive dinners, I'm always drinking like cranberry juice or grapefruit juice or water, you know what I'm saying? Probably mostly cranberry juice or something like that. And so if my cranberry juice would get low, I didn't even have to worry about summoning the waiter and be like, hey, can I get some more cranberry juice? Like she'd already be doing it. Like she would notice what I needed to make my life just like go smoother, a little bit easier. Like she was already, how when you meet somebody and you're like, man, what does this person bring to my life? Like what can this person add to my life that makes my life better? You know what I mean? Like she didn't even wait for me to get, for me to be like, man, I really need to do this, or man, I really got to do this, or oh shoot, I need some more cranberry juice, or oh, I need some. Everything in my life that like needed to be done, she saw it and was like, oh, he probably needs this. And in her mind, I've never even talked to her about this though. Like in her mind, it was like before I could even ask for it, she already noticed what I probably needed, and she was asking for it for me and getting it done. And somebody like that, and let me tell you, man, there's certain people that, maybe, maybe I should have handled things a different way. You know what I mean? I kind of just stopped talking to her out of the blue just for no reason, but I'm just like that. You know what I'm saying? I just stopped talking to people out of the blue. But she was somebody that when you're talking about like wife material type of thing, she was like wife material. Cause she was somebody that you could tell caters to her man for even the smallest of details. And somebody like that will help you be so successful. And somebody like that is somebody that you could like build a power couple with because she does everything to help you be successful. You know what I mean? And remember, I told you guys she was like a real estate investor. So she already had money herself. So it wasn't like she was a poor woman trying to, you know, get on my good side so that I give her money. Like she has her own money. She's a very successful real estate investor. And so for her to just be the way she was just so like I said, I had never, no female in my entire life had never catered to me and noticed the small details of what I needed the way that she did. No female I've ever met before her, no female I've ever met since. And so sometimes, you guys, it's the small things. Sometimes it's the little things that you really need to notice in a person to kind of explain how good of a person they are. You know what I mean? And so, like I said, I got 3 personalities, you guys. Old Dog, Anti-Imperial, the chill, right? So sometimes I be tripping, you know what I mean? So I just stopped talking to her out of the blue. Like I don't know. We'll talk about that. That'll be part 2 of it, of JP. But I just want to say part 1, you guys, just make sure that, you know, if somebody has the little things that they're really looking out for you and they really cater to like the small details and just little things that make your life easier, those are the type of people that really you should really consider on making a part of your life for a long, long time. That is marriage material. Whether it's a guy or a girl, husband or wife, if you find somebody that cares about your career, cares about your life, cares about you being successful, and they cater and try to help you out with the smallest of things to try to make your life easier, try to make your day go smoother, those are the people you should really consider marrying and spending the rest of your life with. All right? Hope you guys appreciated this. I love you guys. You guys take care. Have a great day or great night, depending on where you are in the world. Old Dog, Anti-Imperial, to chill. Check out the video right there. Check out the video right there. Y'all take care. Love you guys. All right. Peace. Bye-bye.